What's happening, guys? It's Abhinav from PhoneBunch, and this is our first look at the HTC Desire 825 and the Desire 630, both of which the most uninteresting smartphones that HTC has launched in India. Now, why I say that these are most uninteresting of the smartphones HTC has launched, because this phone, the Desire 825, is running on the Snapdragon 400 processor. If you remember, the original Moto G was launched with this processor. So yes, it's about 4 years old now. Now, the build of this device is primarily plastic. It does have 3 separate slots, 2 for SIM cards, 1 for microSD card. So you have a unibody construction, and the 2700 mAh battery is not removable. You have a 13 megapixel rear camera, LED flash, noise cancellation mic, and if you move to the right of the device, you can see the volume rocker as well as the power button. Now yes, it has a sort of a funky design, and while most manufacturers are trying to copy each other by making metal smartphones, HTC is going the plastic route, which is not necessarily a bad thing. Now in the front you have a 5 megapixel camera, boom sound speakers, and well, you have capacitive buttons which do light up. The 5.5-inch 1080p display has decent viewing angles, and you have Corning Gorilla Glass protection here as well. Now, given that this phone is still running on the Snapdragon 400, performance was actually quite decent, and you do have Android Marshmallow running on top. Now, this is a 16 gig device, out of which you will get about 10 odd gigs, and you have 2 gigs of RAM available here, out of which about 1 gig was free while we were testing the device. Now, you can consider the Desire 630 to be just a smaller Desire 825. You have the same chipset, Snapdragon 400, 2 gigs of RAM, 16 gigs of onboard storage, but a 5-inch 720p display here, and well, a smaller 2200 mAh battery as well. And if you look at the power button on the right as well as the volume rocker, you see the similar design references here as well. The power button is textured, and the polycarbonate shell is unibody. It is slightly rounded so that the phone feels better to hold in hand. You do have boom sound speakers available here as well. You can see that HTC branding right there. Now, this display has decent viewing angles, good color reproduction as well, but yes, it does look slightly pixelated. Now, as far as I know, there is no Gorilla Glass protection on the Desire 630. And as you see here, Android 6.0.1 right out of the box. And here too, you'll get about 10 gigs of storage out of the 16 gig that is available on the device. And you have 2 gigs of RAM here. Now, the camera did take images pretty quickly. It's a basic 13 megapixel rear camera, 5 megapixel front camera here as well. Now, we weren't able to test the camera out, but we'll take a look at this when we get the device for review. Now, both of these smartphones do support 4G LTE, but I really don't know what HTC is thinking by launching such old hardware in 2016. Anyways, folks, that was a first look at both of these devices. If you want more information on these, do stay tuned to PhoneBunch. Thanks for watching, and as always, have a great day.